Hi Bonnie, how you going?
Good.
We heard that you were in Australia for a little bit, so we thought we'd catch up some time with you and have a chat to you about your adventures in roller derby. So leadership, collaboration. If you could talk about three things that you make a good leader, could you identify three things that you think make a good leader?
I don't necessarily think I was the best of leaders, at least not until like towards the end. But I would say that what I look for in leadership is someone who knows themselves and someone who can listen to other people, and then someone who can bring the best out of others. I'd say those are the three probably most important things.
Oh, so collaboration being really important. What are some of the ways that you, in a really practical sense, collaborated with your league members?
I felt like delegation with trust is really important. So if somebody was the committee head, they were the head of that, and they were in charge of that. And you just, as a leader, I felt like I had to trust them to do that, but also a system of checks and balances. So other leagues that I've talked to thought this was extreme, but in my league we have had, and they have now, a weekly league meeting. And in that league meeting, the committee heads report to the league, but it's also their opportunity to ask for help. And so collaboratively, you know, you may not join that committee, but maybe that week they need help with something. And keeping the forum open to the entire league sort of kind of kept the pool of resources, you know, I'm not sure how to put that, like flush.
Yes, yeah.
It just, I felt like it was really important for us all to report to each other and to ask each other for help as consistently as every week. And I felt like that was a really good way to collaborate.
Yeah, that sounds great. And it sounds like people felt empowered and inspired to be a part of what you were creating and what was being built.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Guess you'd have to ask them, but...
So I guess that's a fair bit about sustainability at a league level, but what about your observations and perspective about sustainability for our sport on a broader level, so universally?
You know, I don't know if I'm qualified to give an answer on that. I'm not sure what the sport itself needs to be sustainable, but I would say that it's the bureaucratic aspect of it that tends to wear people down. Most sports that I know of, people show up and they play and they might practice and then they go home and they don't think about it again until the next time they're playing. And in derby, everybody's wearing so many different hats. You know, they have all of these jobs, and then they have their life, and then they get to skate, and all of these things are being done just to give yourself the privilege of getting to skate, when that's the part that most people are excited about. So I think long-term sustainability, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the answer is to that. I think that the model that exists right now gives people an opportunity and an avenue to shine in so many different ways. If skating isn't the thing that you're great at, you could be a really amazing something else. But I think ultimately there has to be some type of way to streamline all of the you know, bureaucratic activity. And I don't know if that means that those jobs need to become paid positions for retired skaters who are qualified, or if it means hiring outside of the league. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm sure every league will have to decide that for themselves.
Yeah.
But I do feel like nobody works harder than a roller derby skater, and to take some of the work out of it and add a little more of the fun would probably help.
Yeah, well, potentially, I mean, you've talked about collaboration being really important, about sustainability on a league level, so potentially on a broader level, more collaboration between leagues. And it's certainly happening more, but
Absolutely.
Fostering that as much as possible may be part of the solution.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.